Wes has just texted me. He's not coming.
He's been using you as a decoy. He's just kidnapped Cameron at gunpoint.
Aren't you listening? Someone nearly ran him over.
Who?
Cameron.
Who nearly ran him over?
See that kid?
What?
Well, looks like he's selling something. He's stopped now, he's seen us, hasn't he? Hey! Hey, you, stop! Excuse me. Are you deaf?
What?
What were you doing back there?
Back where?
Back there outside the video shop. It looked like you were selling something.
No.
Okay, let me see what's in the bag, please.
Why?
Well, in case you're selling something, it's not yours to sell. That's the way it works, you see. There's a no duty paid sticker on these.
Look, if you don't tell us where you got them from, we're going to have to assume you came by them dishonestly.
Come on, you're not doing yourself any favours. Where'd you get them?
Okay, you're under arrest.
How old are you?
15, he said.
Sarge, I need authorisation from the inspector. I think we should do a home search before the interview.
No, you can't.
I think you find we can.
Yeah, if these fags are nicked, I'm sure we'll be able to find more of them.
But they're not nicked, they're my dad's.
What, your dad got you selling them?
My mum's ill.
And what's that got to do with it?
Well, that's why you can't go around the house.
We should have thought about that before, Sunshine.
Inform his parents while you're at it.
Craig, is that you? Well, go on then. Go and tell her. Craig?
Will you come up?
If you want me to. Who's that?
It's all right, Mum. She's with me.
What's wrong with her?
She's got MS. It's all right, Mum. It's okay.
What's going on? Is my wife all right?
Yeah, she's fine. It's Craig we hear about.
Craig? What is this? What's going on?
I'm sorry, Dad.
Wait outside.
Has something happened to Craig?
Craig's fine. He's always fine. You worry too much.
I thought something had happened.
Why would you think that?
Because I love him.
Yeah. Well, you don't have to deal with him, do you? Right, what's this about?
Well, we've arrested your son for selling cigarettes we believe are stolen.
Did you take some of my facts?
Are those cigarettes upstairs yours, Mr. Tucker?
Of course they are. And every last one is paid for.
How many are there?
Floor to ceiling.
And where'd they come from?
Spain. For my personal consumption?
There's too many.
Are you selling them, Mr. Tucker?
No.
No, but your son is.
Well, is that my fault?
Well, with that many fags upstairs, yeah, probably is. Look, I'm going to have to arrest you for evasion of duty.
There, you see what you've done?
You didn't have to say anything, but it may harm your defence.
Terry, the fridge is full. I want you to send everything off to the labs. It's meant to be processed. Morning, Samantha.
Oh, morning, Gov.
You got that, Terry?
There you go.
Sorry. Oh, great. Listen, how's he settling in?
Well, he really doesn't like Eva.
How can he not like Eva?
She does things her own way, doesn't she?
Oh, great. That's all we need, a control freak.
Yeah, did you hear about Taverner?
No, what about him?
He and Sergeant Murphy were an item.
Des Taverner and Sheila Murphy? No, I don't believe it. Where did that come from?
Yes, Nixon, your holiday's over. I'd appreciate a bit more work, a bit less gossiping.
Governor? Ken, that can't be right.
It is. You're going to love this. Taverner is the father of her baby.
No, I don't believe it.
Straight out from the horse's mouth. Sergeant Murphy completely lost the plot of the wake and told everyone.
Look, I got them abroad and I brought them in on my own.
How?
I'm a lorry driver, that's my job.
Why did you bring them in?
To smoke.
They're not even the same brand.
I like a change now and then.
Did Craig take some of these without your permission to sell?
No, I let him.
That wasn't how it sounded when we told you about it.
Well, I did. I gave them to him, all right.
Well, not really, no. See, whatever way you cut it, Morris, you're in trouble.
Look, I'm not a criminal. I've never done a wrong thing in my life.
Well, until now.
You just don't get it, do you? Do you have any idea how much my wife's drugs cost?
Oh, you saying you import these cigarettes to pay for your wife's treatment?
Look, I'm just trying to explain myself.
Evasion of duty at that scale is a very serious offence.
How can it be wrong to have money from the taxman for what she needs? What the hospital won't give her? How can that be wrong, eh?
Mr. Tucker, sit down, please.
Not only is it wrong, it's a £3 billion a year crime. People go to prison for this. Oh, Sarge.
Reg, what can we do you for?
Well, we've got this fella down in custody. He's got a wife who's sick and a son. And, well, he's about to get into some trouble with Customs and Excise, and suddenly he wants some friends.
Oh, has he got something for us then?
Well, he says that he has. It's a smuggling operation. A big one.
So, if Taverner contacted you yesterday, why did you wait until today to tell us?
Because I didn't know he'd go for it until he'd given me a time and a place.
But you told the super that you were aware that you wouldn't be allowed to participate.
Yes, that too, sir.
What's in the case?
My stuff.
May I have a look?
Put it on the desk.
As far as Des is concerned, this is all about Neve.
You've been to the bank.
I knew if I was running away, I'd need money. I know enough about these ops to know it has to look genuine. I had to act as if I meant it.
That's the trouble. It's hard to tell between a good act and the real thing.
I told Superintendent O'Carroll I was meeting Des.
We know that you did.
So what's your point, Sheila?
Well, what's he trying to say here? Either I really was trying to run away, in which case why phone it in? Or I was acting as a decoy, so why go to the trouble of packing?
Just trying to be objective here.
No, you're not. It's just like I said. I thought Des was going to be there. I was trying to catch him.
This time and I'll only take us half an hour.
I'm fine, sir. I can make my own way home.
We're driving you. That's the end of it.
Are you sure home is where you want to be?
Yeah.
It's about an unbelievable couple of days, Sheila. It's going to hit you at some point. And I think you should think about what you're going to have there when it does.
I've got Patrick. We decided to make a go of it.
Has he moved back in yet?
He's going to.
Well, I think you're going to have a bit of a repair job there.
What do you mean?
It was Patrick who tipped Gina off. It's because of him you were under surveillance. Come on, let's get you home. If you want us to talk to Patrick before you do, we can. It's easy enough to tell him officially what you've been up to.
I'm not sure I know what I've been up to.
Well, you know what I mean.
I got into this mess by myself. I'll get myself out of it too.
You're okay.
Nothing that the shock of a cold, empty house won't cure.
Do you want us to come in with you?
No, I'm fine.
You sure?
Good night.
She? You still love me? It's all right. I'm here now.
Where were you?
I could ask you the same thing. I've been waiting for ages.
When I got your text, I was in bits. So I went into the church, Des, and I prayed. I prayed for forgiveness. Because I didn't know what I'd done to deserve being left high and dry all over again.
Well, the prayers have been answered because of me now. Well, let's go. Is that your case?
Yeah.
Have you got the money?
Yeah.
Say goodbye. What are you doing?
The keys.
You don't need your keys.
Wait and see. St. Christopher. For a safe journey.
Sheila? Sheila? She's rung me by mistake. She's left the line open, but there's nobody there. She's talking to someone.
Shall I put the case in the boot, Des?
No, it's better off on the back seat.
It's Des. Turn the car around. Turn it round. It sounds like they're outside and they're leaving. Sierra Oscar from DCI Meadows.
Receiving, go ahead.
Taverner is at Sergeant Murphy's house. I want the Trojan and the helicopter there ASAP.
Received, what's your location?
Taff Road, over.
All received, over.
What's them, Gov?
Just hold back, just hold back. Sierra Oscar from DCI Meadows. Taverner's heading down Walcott Road, west, and we are following. Over.
All received.
Did you hear something? I can hear something. Sounds like it's coming from the boot.
Help, someone please go.
Wonder what it could be.
I don't know.
It's nice having you here with me, She. I like you being by my side.
You're scaring me.
Am I? Why? I tell you what. Why don't you give us a kiss? You must think I'm soft. You good, She? You're not that good.
DCI Meadows on Trojan 5-8. We'll be with you in 6 minutes. Is it a hard stop or a compliance stop?
Hard. There's 2 hostages in the car, 2 police officers. Over.
All received, over.
He stopped. What shall I do?
He's Shuster. Just drive straight ahead.
He looked straight at us.
Yeah, he clocked us.
What are you going to do about Cameron?
Never mind him. What am I going to do about you?
DCI Meadows from India 99. We're above Commercial Road in the helicopter. Where are you?
About a quarter of a mile west of the Rotherhithe Tunnel approach. Now, he's clocked us, and he's heading east.
In a red saloon?
Yeah.
We've got him. Over.
Cameron's got to answer for what he did.
He didn't do anything.
My daughter's dead, and he knows why. Both of you do.
Yes, she had a hole in her heart.
He was there.
You can't do this.
I'm going to make him confess.
You can't use Cameron to bring Niamh back. She's dead. She's gone.
And now she is in a one-me dress.
Well, you can't have it.
Well, this says I can.
That's just more pain, Des. You can't wash blood with blood.
Oh, you're great, you are. Be a man. Don't let Niamh's death be in vain. Stop. I haven't even started yet. You set this up, so you're staying here till the end. Just be quiet.
Des, please, you're going to kill us.
Just shut it.
He's telling you to stop.
Where are they now? Over.
In the tunnel.
Stop, Des, please. Look, there's a car.
What are these doing?
Des!
Cheryl!
Tunnel's closed, mate. You have to reverse back.
What are you doing?
You don't think I'm going to let that mob get me, do you? Now you're coming with me.
Undo the cliffs, Des.
No.
Do it, Des.
Oh, what? Hey! didn't think so. Well, come on, I haven't got time for this.
I know.
You're coming with me or he gets it.
So what's the picture like from up there?
No sign of anyone at the south exit.
We're going to follow the Trojan 5-8. Maintain radio silence. Over.
All received. We'll pick you up on the other side. Over.
Faster.
Shoot, I'm a police officer! I'm a police officer!
Which way did he go?
I don't know.
You alright?
He shot the lock off. He's up there somewhere.
Are you okay? You did well.
Not well enough.
The Trojan team missed Taverner by about a minute, so that gave him time to get from the tunnel to ground level.
What about the helicopter?
The helicopter was watching the road, not the emergency exit.
He's got the luck of the devil.
Put Mr. Jackson in there and I'll let the DCI know.
Yeah.
Oh, Jack!
Can you just hang on a minute, yeah?
Des hijacked a vehicle when he left the tunnel. We've got the driver downstairs.
I'll get back to you. Yeah. Any vehicle details?
Yeah, I've put them out already.
Golf 505 Uniform Hotel Mike, that's the one.
Sierra Oscar from 158, we found the hijacked car. Golf 505 Uniform Hotel Mike. It's on Limerick Street, abandoned apparently, over.
Yeah, Sierra Oscar 171, we could use the dogs down here as well, over.
It's standard procedure to go to the press, put Taverner's picture out there and Cameron's as well, and appeal to the public.
No, we can't let Taverner's story out to the press.
Why?
Well, MIT want the whole thing contained within the station. I mean, ex-cop killer kidnaps cop? I mean, what's that going to do to any trial when we do catch him?
Jack's right. We don't want to prejudice any future prosecution.
But when we arrest him and charge him, he's going to come out anyway.
Well, in the end, yeah, but then he'll be in custody, won't he?
It's the long view, Gina. It makes sense.
In the long view, we're all dead. What about Cameron?
Well, we've got 3 crime scenes, got witnesses, 2 vehicles for forensics, CCTV maybe. Look, I'm not saying we should never go public, I'm just saying not at the moment. Let's get the police work out of the way first.
Gina?
OK, I can hold off going to the press. No. The relief, on the other hand, deserve to know more. Looking for Taverner is prompting all sorts of questions about him. I think his colleagues need to know what he's accused of.
All of it?
We can't keep it quiet forever, sir. They deserve to know.
Jack?
Well, if we must.
OK.
Jim, I had some paperwork in custody and I've lost part of it. Have you got it?
What paperwork's that, Sarge?
You'd know if you read it.
Sarge. I've been waiting for you. Why have you got a copy of Robert Ackland's birth certificate?
I can't tell you, that's private information.
Does June know about this?
No, and you can't tell her.
So explain it to me now!
I can't!
Then I can't promise not to ask her. Look, I went out with that woman. I didn't even know she had a son. In fact, I think I'll ask her now.
No.
Get out my way.
You can't, because Robert is Gabriel, Gabriel is Robert.
What?
Robert Ackland was adopted as Gabriel Kent.
Gabriel? Can't be Gabriel.
Yeah. Now count to 10 and think of Joe, not yourself. Now give me the copy of that certificate.
Right. Who's this then?
Barry Fox. I thought you might know him.
No, off the top of my head, no.
He's got a couple of bars and a club on your patch. We've got no customs intelligence on Morris Tucker. Fox bankrolls Canley Transport. That's Phil Hatton. He fronts Canley Transport. We nicked Hatton once, but he wriggled out of it. They're definitely players, both of them.
Players at what?
Alcohol and tobacco, but I mean in quantity. Which is why they're interesting.
Well, they must be to get you out of the office, Connor.
So what do you got?
Morris Tucker says he can give us the SP on the illegal tobacco runs that Canley Transport are making.
But he hasn't done it yet.
Well, no, he says he has to get out of here first.
I wanted customs input before we bail him.
Well, if he can give us Hatton, and especially if Fox gets a mention, then yeah, we want it. What do you think, Sam? Is he genuine?
Well, he's in a spot. His wife's got MS, so he doesn't want to go to prison, and this is all he can give us.
So we recommend bail.
Not much use to us in custody, is he? Excuse me.
See if you can get him bailed, and then leave it. I don't want you spending time on Tucker until he gives us something back.
Gov?
Let's go.
Don't forget, you're out because you're going to help us.
I'm not likely to forget when my nuts in a vice, am I?
This was your proposition. You make it the top of your list.
You're all heart.
And when you get something, you bring it to me. No one else, me. Terry.
Yeah.
What do you say we go and take a look at Canley Transport, see if we can spot the principals?
Can't. Doing this for the governor.
Well, I'll square it with him. Look, we need to corroborate what Morris has already given us, don't we?
I thought I heard the governor say to leave it.
Come on. You don't really want to bag and tag lab samples all day, do you?
No.
Jim, are you working on this job with customs?
No, sorry. Why?
Well, I think it's got a CSU side to it. I've got this really ugly feeling when we searched the house.
Yeah?
Well, the woman who lives there's got MS, but her room is a right pigsty. Now, her husband says he's selling cigarettes to pay for her medication and look after her. But I didn't see much sign of looking after her.
Do you think it amounts to abuse?
I'm not sure. Her son really didn't want us to search the house at first. But when we did, he wanted me to see his mum. But I didn't really know what I was meant to be looking at.
Thanks, son.
Diaz asserting himself, that's all. He'll settle down.
Why did he fall out with Eva?
I think I got off on the wrong foot. He took credit for some of her work. Then Eva got her teeth set into something. He said let it go. She wouldn't. Blah, blah, blah.
Small man complex.
I wouldn't know about that. He's ambitious. Cares about results. Regular DI material in my book.
Are you saying I was like that?
There we go. Sierra Oscar from DC Perkins.
Go ahead.
PNC check index Echo 751 Victor Golf November, over.
Received. DC Perkins from Sierra Oscar. The registered keeper of Echo 751 Victor Golf November is Phil Hatton. Vehicle address Canley Transport on Gretton Lane, over.
Received, thanks. It's in.
PC Jim Carver, Sunhill Community Safety Units.
I'm sorry, I'm busy at the moment. I can't talk.
Is somebody hurt? I can probably help.
Whoa, calm down. Now, if you just wait a few minutes, I'm sure...
Just forget it now.
Is there a problem? I'm D.I. Munson.
This is Mr. Tucker. He wants to see DS Nixon and only DS Nixon.
Oh, well, I'm a senior officer. If you're Morris Tucker, I know about your case. Should we go now? I'm privy to everything DS Nixon works on. In fact, I've been speaking to customs on your behalf.
What did they say?
Well, he said if you can offer them Phil Hatton, they'd be very interested.
All right, look. I found out there's a full rig coming in overnight. I've got the index, the times, everything.
Well, that's good. What's on it?
It's supposed to be beer. Legit beer for the club, but it's really cigarettes, export ones.
What club?
Nerve Club. Me boss has a share in it.
Halpin Street, sir. Who runs it?
Barry Fox.
Where's he fit into this?
All I know is that he's a big customer, and that's where tomorrow's load's going.
Ken?
Yes?
What are customs doing here again?
Morris came in with some info. Apparently there's a huge shipment of cigarettes being delivered to the Nerve Club in Halpin Street tomorrow.
Well, if Morris came through, why wasn't I told? I know exactly why. He wants the glory. He's having it all for himself.
There you go. All right. That's a nasty scold. How did it happen?
She's not very good at holding cups anymore.
Well, if she's not very good at it, don't give her one.
It wasn't me.
It's your mum I came round about, really. She's very ill, isn't she? Are you happy with the way that she's being looked after?
What do you mean?
Well, one of my uniformed colleagues got the impression that maybe you weren't. Craig, sometimes when people are carers and they have to cope on their own, they can get frustrated. That can make them clumsy with things like hot drinks.
Look, I told you, that was my dad, it wasn't me.
Exactly.
Thanks for doing the bandage, but could you go now, please?
Why? We're only talking.
He wouldn't want me to.
Maybe that's the reason you should.
He gets angry, and when he gets angry... Could you go now, please?
He gets angry what? He takes it out on you and your mum?
Please, please, will you go? No.
So you can get in touch?
No.
Terry, I noticed the lab samples I should to sort out are still in the fridge. Why?
Well, DS Nixon didn't help with time.
What?
Research on that customs job.
Be careful, mate. I can see it all getting a little bit ugly.
They're like two peas in a pod, those two.
Did you tell Terry to leave the lab samples and go out on this customs thing instead?
Yeah, sorry, I meant to square it with you, I forgot.
So the fridge is backed up because you didn't deal with it as acting DI. And now you're stopping me from sorting it out.
I thought it was more important to corroborate the customs job.
I told you not to do that. I said wait for Morris to bring us something.
Terry and I tracked Phil Hatton to the Nerve Club in Halpin Street. We corroborated what Morris told you. We weren't wasting our time.
I never said you were wasting your time. I said you were doing what I told you not to.
I saw customs were here. Are we mounting a joint op?
Yes.
Am I part of it?
You're part of it if you're part of my team. And that means acting like part of my team. And not doing what you think is best. Right?
Right.
Here you go.
Thanks.
Come on the briefing, Sarge.
I didn't know there was one.
Okay. French customs have just confirmed the load. 8 million cigarettes. Let's go. Samantha, what are you doing?
I'm not really sure, Gov. Am I part of this?
Of course you are. You set it up.
We're letting the lorry complete its journey from Dover to Sun Hill, making the arrests once it reaches its destination. Our info is it will go straight to the club. Nerve, it's called, isn't it? However, D.I. Manson tells me you'll have backup at Canley Transport in case it goes there.
Okay. Samantha, Terry, I want you at Hatton's. Ken, you can come with me. Now, there might be some security at the club, so I've got uniform to back us up in case it kicks off.
So the lorry should roll off this side of the channel in about 40 minutes.
That gives us some time, but not all day, so I want us all on the ball, yeah? Now, Phil Hatton is as slippery as they come, and Barry Fox is dangerous. Now, they're the principals. They're the ones we want. Okay?
Go.
Lesson.
Gov, is there any particular reason why I'm not in at the arrests?
I need a DS at the haulage yard and you're it.
Well, I feel like I'm being kept out of the action.
I need to know all the bases are covered, Samantha.
You asked me if I wanted to be part of this team. And I do. But an equal part, not a reserve.
You are an equal part. An equal part at Canley Transport. All right?
So, did the DI have a go at you about the lab samples?
Not really.
He had a go at me.
Look, this is about who's in charge. There's no contest as far as I'm concerned, because he is.
Well, one minute he's saying I'm putting this together, and the next he's sidelining me. That's random management.
I think it's very focused.
Why'd you work that out?
Because he's got you worrying about what keeps him happy. If I was him, I'd call that a result.
Is there a back entrance?
Yeah, Connor put 2 of his men around there.
Here we go, go. Juliet Delta 5-1 Zulu November uniform.
Barry Fox. 1 out of 2.
Bingo.
Okay, target vehicle is now on Plassey Street, moving north.
Heading straight towards the club.
It's turned east onto Totton Street. Looks like it's coming to us.
Now there's a surprise.
Any sign of target 2?
He's still at the yard, Gov. No indication he's going anywhere.
Right, stay on it, over.
Are we going to wait?
No, we do it now. All units, go, 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 go! D.I. Manson, Swan Hill Police, open it up.
Where's my beer?
There never was any beer. There was 8 million cigarettes in there this morning.
Don't know anything about that. What the hell happened here?
Someone's had it away.
It's not possible.
Well, it's not there, is it? This was a decoy or there's a switch. Something, I don't know. But judging by his face, we've all been done over. D.S. Nixon from D.I. Manson, you receiving?
Go ahead, Gov.
Target 1 is empty, there's nothing
there at all. What's target 2 doing?
On the move, Gov. He's leaving the yard now. Wait.
He's getting away from us, Sergeant.
Follow Morris.
You heard the governor.
Follow Morris! Now!
Someone nicked my beer. What are you doing about that? I'm the victim here, mate.
Yeah, of course you are, Barry. D.S. Nixon from D.I. Manson. Where are you?
On Stanbeck Road.
What's target 2 doing? Are you receiving? What's your current status?
We lost him, Gov. He got away from us.
Well, how the hell did that happen? Look, get back to the Nick. I'll talk to you there.
Who's the boy?
His son.
Big fat nothing there, then.
Where did you lose Hatton?
At the haulage yard, Gov.
No, that was the start point. How could you lose him there?
We didn't follow Hatton, Gov. We followed Morris Tucker.
You're telling me you chose to follow Tucker instead of doing what I asked?
Well, I made a decision based on events as they occurred on the ground.
Tucker's not a target. Hatton is.
Morris was acting suspiciously.
Oh, so you followed him. And what did you get?
Nothing, unfortunately.
Because Hatton was the target. This was £1 million worth of evidence at stake. What am I supposed to say to Customs now, eh? My DS had a hunch and, oh, by the way, it was wrong. Get out. Not you, Samantha. You stay there. Stay there. You're on a tight leash from now on. A very tight leash. You go where I go, and you work on what I tell you to do until this mess is sorted out. What?
Connor is ready to interview, sir. He's waiting for you.
You do not leave this Nick without my say-so.
That's totally impractical. I cannot do my job unless I...
No complaints! You've brought this on yourself.
A wall of beer cases and then fags behind it. You know what we're talking about. French Customs told us.
Well, they know more about it than I do, then. It said beer on the manifest.
To be delivered to Barry Fox. Where does he fit in?
I work for Hatton.
Where does Hatton fit in?
I drive his trucks. He pays my wages.
Did you switch loads on Hatton's say-so?
I don't know what you mean.
Swapping trailers.
We know you swapped trailers.
Where did you pull the switch?
What switch?
Was it on the motorway?
Some stunt that'd be.
When you stopped at Maidstone Services.
You did stop at Maidstone Services.
I don't remember.
And your tachograph says you did. So do your diesel receipts.
Well, then I must have.
Is that where you switched trailers and rigs?
I remember. That's where I filled up with diesel.
Hope Barry Fox finds you funny. Because when we interviewed him just now, the veins were popping out of his neck.
Okay, sir. Now, can you tell me what's happened?
My knees, I've busted my knees.
Who did?
Oh, it really hurts.
I'm sure it does. Who did this to you?
No.
Sierra Oscar 171, ambulance required, please. The beer garden at the back of the Dog and Apple public house. There's a male victim of assault, possibly broken legs.
Who's this funny?
It's a brave man crosses Barry Fox.
I never crossed anybody.
Well, if I was Barry Fox and I had £1 million worth of fags vanish, the first person I'd want to speak to would be the driver. It's not rocket science.
You make it official and we'll nick him.
I'll get my neck broke next time. I don't think so. I'm not making it official, no way.
He thinks you ripped him off.
You think I'm stupid? If I ripped him off, why would I drive right up to his club? You think I like getting beaten up and arrested?
I can see why you'd predict a beating, but why would you think he'd be arrested?
That's not what I mean.
Is that what the switching the trailers was all about? You knew the police were waiting.
Look, someone's played you for a fool. Who was it? I mean, look at you. They've hung you out to dry. Why protect them?
Tell us and we can get them. And Barry Fox.
It was Morris. It was Morris Tucker.
Hi. D.S. Nixon, D.I. Manson, Sun Hill. Is your dad in?
No. What's happened to your face, mate?
When did those 3 men come?
Just after school.
Did they say what they wanted your dad for?
About some money.
Has your dad got a mobile?
I keep ringing him, but he's got it on voicemail.
Could we get that number? Yeah, I've got a pen.
You saw your dad today, didn't you? I know you did, Craig. And you were arguing, weren't you? What was that about? My colleague said you row about your mum. Was it about that? Craig?
He takes it out on her when he's mad with me.
And why was he mad with you today? When you saw him?
Because I wouldn't give him his passport.
Why did he want his passport?
Because he said he had a rush job to Holland.
So why didn't you give it to him?
Well, I did in the end. He threatened Mum. I didn't want to.
How come?
Because there was no Holland job. I rang his work. They didn't know what I was on about.
If Fox finds Morris before we do, we'll never find him ever.
Well, then let Fox do the work. You and I can keep an eye on him, Ken can keep an eye on Hatton, and when they find Morris, so will we.
Okay, phone Terry.
Sarge. Once bitten, twice shy. Can't do it, not without telling the governor.
He won't do it until he's spoken to you.
Music to my ears, Terry. We do it together and we might do it right. Good man. What do you think of Debbie?
That's putting me on the spot.
Not if you rated her. On the face of it, you're both quite similar, really. Single mums. You seem to pull it off a lot better, though.
Well, her child is much younger.
Tom Chandler's child. What do you make of that? Did you know what was going on?
No.
You ever done that?
What?
An office romance?
No.
Well, never had the opportunity, or is that a personal rule? No, you strike me as the kind of person who might have rules about that sort of thing.
No. Depends on the circumstances.
Here we go. Yeah, Terry. Rouse Customs and get over here with some uniform. Fox and Hatton are at Nerve, and they've got Morris with them.
Hey! Come on now! Get over!
Where's your boss? Where's your boss?
Ray, get out!
Oh!
You all right?
Just go after him!
Come here! I'm out for police!
Did you see the facts, Gav?
Come on, door, it's the police!
I'm all right.
He's in there, go with some of the muscle. I don't know who else.
Take it!
Go on! Get out of there!
Where's Fox?
Dunno. Haven't seen him.
Samantha, you stay with him. You stay too. Terry, come on.
After you.
Oh dear, Morris. What a terrible mess. How did they find you?
The bloke I saw the fags to told him.
What the hell were you thinking of?
Take the money and run.
What about your family?
She'll get looked after better if I'm not there.
What about Craig?
What about everything? I'm over a barrel everywhere I look. It's gonna be my turn, eh? When do I come first?
When you start doing the right thing, that's when.
If it wasn't for you, none of this would have happened.
Oh, that's right. You blame us, Morris. We made you do it, didn't we? It's all our fault.
Well done. Cheers.
Where was Fox?
Hiding in the ladies. Fox and the contraband. We got it all. I can hold my head up with customs again.
Well, that makes it worthwhile. Why don't we go for a drink to celebrate after work?
Business or pleasure?
Why do you have rules about that sort of thing?
I'm married, Samantha. Thought you knew.
You buried a hatchet, did you?
Oh, I wish I could. Right here.
You coming to the briefing?
Yeah, I'll be there in a minute. Gabriel! A time and a place.
Can't wait.
Des Taverner. As you know, he's taken Cameron hostage. He's armed and obviously dangerous. He has the skills of a highly trained and experienced officer, so he knows exactly what we'll be doing to find him. But we will find him. It is imperative that we find him, and not just for Cameron's sake. What I'm going to tell you is for your ears only. Because you were his closest colleagues and you have a right to know. It cannot go further than this room. If you do talk about it to one another, and you will, be discreet. Taverner confessed to a colleague that he caused the fire which killed 6 officers at this station.
Which colleague would that be, sir? Who was it, sir?
I can't tell you that. What I can say is that that colleague reported it to me. In the meantime, Taverner faked his death in an accident, and MIT have been looking for him ever since.
All right, keep it down. Now, the main reason why it's so important to keep it inside these walls is that we cannot and must not have any publicity that could prejudice the trial, all right?
But equally well, it's right that you should know how important it is for us to find him.
And Cameron?
Absolutely. And Cameron.
We're not all like that from Liverpool, you know. It's for you.
Oh, I shouldn't have done that.
Like it?
It's beautiful, isn't it?
Did you know?
Yeah, I did. In 2 years he stayed it. 2 years he could have carried on with no one being the wiser. The ego, the arrogance of it.
Don't, Gabriel.
What?
I knew all the people in that fire.
I'm sorry, June. I wasn't thinking.
Jim, this is the ladies.
Why didn't you tell me you had a son? Robert Ackland, born 23rd of May, 1968. This is your son, isn't it? Mother, June Ackland.
Why have you got this?
Is it your son?
Yes.
Do you know where he is?
What's this about?
June, do you know where he is?
No, I don't know where he is, and I don't know why you're doing this. Yes, I had a son. It was 35 years ago, and I gave him up for adoption. I didn't tell you because it was private and painful and, frankly, none of your business. Now, why have you got this?
Because it's Gabriel.
What?
Gabriel is Robert. You're his mother.
No, that's not right. That can't be.
Well, I've seen a letter from social services. Your son was adopted as Gabriel Kent.
No. No, I don't believe you.
Then ask Gabriel.
No.
I thought you should know. June. June.
Next time on The Bill.
I think shooting's too good for you. I think we should make you suffer.
We will find him.
I just hope you shoot to kill when you do.
I'm getting tired of living a lie.
Really?
I finally saw how truly evil he is.